Thank you, members of the committee. The three bills before the committee tonight ultimately do one very important thing. They enhance our community's ability to have its voice seriously heard and heeded when major quality of life altering power projects literally drop in our backyard. S 769 was introduced specifically by the Burrillville Town Council. This bill expands the Energy Facilities Citing Board from 3 to 5 members and is designed to provide a direct voice for potential host communities on board by adding 2 members of the community where a project may be situated. These project-specific members would participate as equals on the board whenever it convenes for the purpose of reviewing any proposal concerning a new facility or the expansion of an existing one within their community. Since its inception in 1986, the Rhode Island EFSB board has had only 3 members. They are the Director of the Department of Environmental Management, the Public Utilities Chairperson, and the Associate Director of Administration for Planning, all of whom are appointed by and report to the Governor. Other states, like neighboring Massachusetts and Connecticut, have much larger citing boards whose members represent diverse interests in energy citing matters that can often change the nature of a town. Both states have 9 members on their boards, respectively. Massachusetts specifically requires that 3 of its public members represent labor, the energy industry, and the environmental group. Now, that's diversity. Additionally, the bill gives greater weight to the community input regarding consistency of the facility with all applicable local ordinances and regulations. The most important community input is found on page 12, lines 26 or 30 of the bill, which states that in situations where a community already has a fossil fuel of 80 megawatts or more, the EFB must abide by the town council's wishes with regard to any new facility unless the board is presented with a clear and convincing evidence in the contrary. As you are well aware, Burrillville is already home to a 560 megawatt Ocean State power plant that began operating in 1990, as well as Spectrum Algonquin natural gas pipeline and the related compressor station. It's unfortunate that no other viable sites were ever explored for this project. When they were looking at Ocean State Power Plant, they looked at over 20 alternative sites were evaluated. I am concerned about the current process itself, which puts the future of my community in the hands of 3 people, none of whom lives close to Burrillville. In a perfect world, shaping the future of Burrillville should belong to the residents of the town and no one else. But we all know it's not a perfect world. This bill however, would help to restore the confidence in the permitting process that appears to be slanted in favor of developers rather the overall good of the community by ensuring active and effective community input rather than the passive listening the current commission has given us. Senate Bill 756. This bill prohibits the Energy Facilities Citing Board from ruling on pending application until all agencies have fully completed their advisory opinion. This is important because as of now, 6 of the 12 state or municipal agencies that have been asked to provide advisory opinions about Invenergy's application have been able to provide them as a result of Invenergy's failure to provide the information about its proposal. It's as if they hope to run out the clock and win the game by playing defense by withholding information. The bill would eliminate this tactic that circumvents the intent of the law. It would be ill-advised and downright reckless for the EFSB to rule on the pending application before they have a full understanding of all the environmental, economic, and quality of life consequences associated with the Invenergy proposal or any other proposal put forward in Rhode Island. This bill would provide answers to these as yet unanswered questions. I don't know how anyone could be against this vote. They could come up with something in every one of your districts, and they don't have to answer all these questions. And finally, Senate Bill 714. This bill was also introduced at the request of the Burrillville Town Council, ensures the ability of the town of Burrillville to tax real and personal property used for electrical generation. This is not an energy-based piece of legislation. Rather, it's a response to the Rhode Island Supreme Court's 2016 DePasquale decision regarding a community's ability to tax energy production equipment that uses not only traditional fossil fuels, but also solar, wind, and other renewables. The court said that this production equipment, in this case, a wind turbine, is tax exempt. Under the manufacturing tax exemption, where a raw material, wind, sun, or natural gas, is converted into a finished product of electricity. And this isn't a case of NIMBYism. We have a power plant in Burrillville. We've done more than our share. It's time for other parts of the state besides Northwest Rhode Island to step up and pitch in. With that, I'll close out my testimony, Madam Chair. If anyone has
Thank
any
you,
questions.
Senator. Any questions or comments for Senator Fogarty? Senator Raptakis.
I'm not sure if you can answer the question, but maybe the spokesperson for the group. How many cities and towns have adopted a resolution supporting Burrillville? I know Coventry did. Do you have
I think they have 35.
35 out of the 39 cities and towns have passed resolution supporting? Okay. Okay, thank
Several
you.
a few are from neighboring towns over the Connecticut and Mass border, I believe.
Thank you.